Hello and welcome. This is Ali Raza from Applied AI Institute. So today we will be discussing about box and whisker plots. So I would be illustrating a box plot and we will be discussing about the terminologies which are used in it. So first of all, let me draw a box plot, and this is basically I'm drawing it horizontally, and these are the whiskers, and the middle point, this is the median. So let's discuss about the main terminologies first. So this point is the minimum point of the data here, and this one is the maximum point of the data, and so these are called the whiskers, and these whiskers define the range of our data. So this is the starting point of our data, this is the maximum point, and this is the overall range. And so this point here of our box plot it defines the first quartile, end of the first quartile, and this point is called Q1. This point here is the median of the overall data, is called, so this point here is the median, and it's called Q2, and this point here is Q3. So okay, I would be defining how we calculated Q1 and Q3. So Q2 is quite simple. We calculated the median of the overall data, and we plot this line Q2, and then so after plotting the median, we have two sides of our data. So this side and this side. So basically median halves the data in two parts. So if we see the first part and calculate its median, so we get Q1. So let me say this is the first half, and the second half of our data. So this is the median which distributes our data in two parts, first half and second half. So what we would do is calculate the median of the first half. Now median of the first half gives us Q1, this part, and median of the second half gives us Q3. This is the Q3 point, and these three lines, or these 3 points, Q1, Q2 and Q3, actually distributes our data in 4 parts. So what I'm saying here is, so this is the first part of our data, this is the second part of our data, this is the third, and this is the fourth, all the way to the max value. Great. So these parts are called the quartiles. Okay, so according to this terminology, this is our first quartile, let me say it 1Q, okay, the first quartile, and this is the second quartile, this is the third quartile, and this is the fourth quartile. Great. So these are the quartiles, and these 4 quartiles denote altogether 100% of the data. Okay, so now one more terminology, it's IQR, which is the interquartile range. Okay, so interquartile range is basically this point Q3 minus Q1, Q3 minus Q1. Okay, so this gives us the interquartile range, which is basically the middle of the spread of the data here, this point. So this IQR is the number which is interquartile range, and then basically, since these box plots are used to define or to just show the spread of the distances along with the median distance. So this whole box plot basically shows the spread, the distance of our overall data, the spread of our overall data. And these graphs are mainly used, mainly constructed for maybe to find relationship between categorical and continuous data. So we would be discussing an actual example later on. So this is the basically overall idea of box plots. Let's discuss about the outliers, how we can categorize the outliers in our data. So we discussed that this is the minimum point and this is the maximum point. So just in order to get idea of the furthest points, maybe somewhere around here or maybe somewhere around here, so we can get an idea. So the outliers here are calculated. So the points which are less than Q1 minus 1.5 times of the interquartile range. So basically this is the Q1 point, and beyond this Q1 point, maybe in the region of the first quartile, outliers may be present. But this is the lower side, right? What about the max side? So any point which is greater than Q3, which is this point, plus 1.5 times of the interquartile range. So any point beyond 1.5 times IQR plus Q3 may be termed as outlier. So okay, so these numbers are generally which all statisticians tend to agree on. This is just a basic general idea of categorizing the outliers. So this is the overall idea of box and whiskers plot, and very much helpful. These graphs are basically very much helpful to form a relationship between categorical and continuous data. So maybe by the categorical data, maybe some stats of male and female, which is a category, and maybe the continuous data is age. So a box plot is pretty good in defining the relationship between age and these categories, male and female. So yeah, and overall box plots are used to just to know the spread of the data, just to get an intuition of the spread of the data, and working along this spread and getting ideas and getting stats of the overall data. So this was all about box and whiskers plot. Thanks for watching.